During a high-profile visit to Colombia with his wife Meghan Markle, Prince Harry made a rare public statement addressing the ongoing UK riots. Breaking his silence on the matter,
No, it's not. I'm going to have to vote no on that one. But you're absolutely right. Harry and Meghan back from Colombia, headed back to the United States after their 4-day trip. This was a private trip, but it very much looked like a royal tour. Although I'd argue that a royal tour allows media to attend, Harry and Meghan handpicked one individual from the fashion magazine Harper's Bazaar that gave the media a rundown at the end of every event.
The Duke of Sussex expressed deep concern over the escalating unrest, highlighting the importance of unity and dialogue during these turbulent times. His comments have drawn widespread attention, marking a significant moment in his relationship with the royal family and his stance on current events in his home country. Prince Harry's decision to address the riots in the UK while on a royal tour of Colombia.
Who are a cynical person, you're looking at this thinking, was this a PR exercise for not only the Sussexes, but this vice president who has been challenged a lot lately and, is not very much liked in her own country?
No, and an awful lot of the sort of the bystanders outside who were being asked about Harry and Meghan, who didn't really see them because they were whisked in and out of, sort of underground car parks and nobody really saw them in public unless they were at a function.
Is a moment that will undoubtedly be remembered as a significant juncture in his ongoing narrative as a member of the British royal family. The Duke of Sussex, accompanied by Meghan Markle, has been engaged in various diplomatic and charitable activities during their visit to South America. However, the backdrop of civil unrest in the UK has cast a long shadow over their travels, prompting Prince Harry.
And the King has already scrapped his security team of 10. I mean, some might say he doesn't need any security. He doesn't really leave Windsor Great Park, does he?
Well, I wonder, Mike, if this is because we sit on TV and argue that it's kind of ridiculous for the palace to continue to pay for Prince Andrew's security and not Prince Harry's. And I do not think we need to pay. Anybody should pay for Prince Harry's security. That was the deal. If he was leaving, he was going to lose his security. But it's not a great reflection.
To break his silence on a matter that has gripped his homeland. The UK riots, which have erupted across major cities, have become a major concern, drawing international attention and raising questions about the state of British society. What began as a series of protests has escalated into widespread unrest, with reports of violence, looting, and clashes with law enforcement. The unrest has been fueled by deep-seated issues such as economic inequality, racial tensions, and political disillusionment, creating a volatile environment that has left many British citizens and observers around the world deeply troubled. Prince Harry's response to the situation carries particular weight given his unique position. As someone who has spent much of his life in the public eye, yet has increasingly distanced himself.
Harry and Meghan, I respected their decision to walk away, then they go and sell their soul, and ever since then they've been trying to play this game. The Duke and Duchess will begin their 4-day tour, although the royal family don't like that phrase, of Colombia, of course, which is very famous for coffee and drugs, during which they are expected to visit a town.
From the core of the royal family, his comments are seen as a reflection of his personal views rather than an official stance of the monarchy. This distinction is important, as it allows Prince Harry to speak more freely on issues that he feels passionate about, without the constraints typically imposed on senior royals. During his statement, Prince Harry expressed his deep concern over the unfolding events in the UK, describing the situation as deeply troubling and heartbreaking for him to witness from afar. He spoke about the importance of understanding the root causes of the unrest, urging people to engage in meaningful dialogue and to work towards resolving the underlying issues that have led to such widespread dissatisfaction. Historically, The British royal family has played a complex role in times of national crisis. While the monarchy is expected to remain politically neutral, members of the royal family are often looked to for guidance, comfort, and a sense of continuity. In past instances of civil unrest, the royal family has taken on a more subdued role, often choosing to express their concerns through carefully crafted statements that seek to maintain a balance between acknowledging public sentiment and upholding the institution's apolitical stance.
Yeah, this is a really good story. I think it's something like first of all, they call Prince Harry an angry boy, one of his friends, but it's titled Prince Harry at 40. All he does is spend time looking back.
Yeah.
One of the sources claims that Harry desperately wants to be admired like the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, and he misses being in Britain because who is he while he's not in Britain? What is he accomplishing? What is his purpose? And I think it's a good reflection on where he's at in his life right now. You watched him in his element on this trip to Colombia.
Prince Harry's comments, however, represent a departure from this traditional approach. By speaking out directly and candidly, he has positioned himself as a voice of empathy and understanding, seeking to bridge the gap between the public and the establishment. His remarks suggest a willingness to engage with the issues at hand in a way that goes beyond the usual royal protocol, signaling a shift in how he perceives his role as a member of the royal family. The timing and location of Prince Harry's statement have also added to its significance. As he and Meghan Markle tour Colombia, they are engaging with a global audience that is keenly aware of the situation unfolding in the UK. Their visit has been widely covered in the media, with much of the focus on their humanitarian efforts and the causes they support. However, the UK riots have provided an unexpected and urgent context to their visit, prompting both Prince Harry and Meghan to address the issues that are currently dominating headlines back home. During their stay in Colombia, the royal couple has been involved in various initiatives aimed at promoting peace, education, and sustainable development. These activities have taken on added resonance in light of the situation in the UK, with Prince Harry drawing parallels between the challenges faced by communities in Colombia and those in his own country. He highlighted the importance of learning from other nations' experiences in dealing with social unrest and emphasized the need for the UK to adopt a more compassionate and inclusive approach to addressing its internal conflicts. Meghan Markle, who has been an outspoken advocate for social justice and equality, has also played a crucial role during this visit.
Some of you here tonight or watching at home, you were there with us in 2004, in 2008, 2012. Maybe you still can't believe we pulled this whole thing off. Let me tell you, you're not the only ones.
The Obama family's story is one of remarkable achievements, resilience, and public scrutiny. As the first African-American president of the United States, Barack Obama brought his family into the spotlight in a way that few others have experienced. His daughters, Malia and Sasha Obama, grew up under the unique circumstances of living in the White House, which significantly shaped their childhood and adolescent years. Their journey from Chicago to the nation's most iconic residence is a tale of adaptation, privacy struggles, and personal growth against a backdrop of unprecedented public interest. Before their transition to the White House, the Obama family was firmly rooted in Chicago.
Michelle LaVaughn Robinson, girl of the South Side. For the past 25 years, you have not only been my wife and mother of my children, you have been my best friend. You took on a role you didn't ask for, and you made it your own, with grace and with grit and with style and good humor. You made the White House a place that belongs to everybody. And a new generation sets its sights higher because it has you as a role model. So you have made me proud, and you have made the country proud.
Barack Obama, a rising star in the political world, had established himself as a state senator and later a U.S. senator. Michelle Obama, with her background in law and public service, was a successful professional in her own right. Their lives, though busy, were relatively private compared to the intense scrutiny that came with the presidency. Malia, born in 1998, and Sasha, born in 2001, were children enjoying a typical suburban life in the vibrant city of Chicago, balancing school, family activities, and growing up in an environment that was nurturing yet still shielded from the national stage. The moment Barack Obama won the 2008 presidential election, everything changed.
Stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
The Obamas' move into the White House was not just a shift in residence, but a seismic change in their daily lives. For Malia and Sasha, this meant leaving behind their familiar surroundings, friends, and school in Chicago. The transition was multifaceted. It involved adapting to a new home, adjusting to the intense public attention, and navigating the security measures that accompanied their father's new role.
Being your First Lady has been the greatest honor of my life, and I hope I've made you proud. Thank you. So for all the young people in this room and those who are watching, know that this country belongs to you, to all of you. Do not ever let anyone make you feel like you don't matter or like you don't have a place in our American story, because you do. And you have a right to be exactly who you are. I want our young people to know that they matter, that they belong. So don't be afraid. You hear me? Young people, don't be afraid. Be focused.
Adjusting to life in the White House was a challenge for the Obama sisters. The historic residence, with its grand rooms and formal setting, was a far cry from the family home they had known. Malia and Sasha were thrust into the public eye, their every move watched by a global audience. The Secret Service became an integral part of their lives, providing security but also limiting their freedom. Simple activities like going out with friends or attending school events required meticulous planning and coordination with the security team, which often impacted their sense of normalcy. Michelle Obama, with her deep commitment to her family, took an active role in managing the transition for her daughters. She was determined to maintain a semblance of normalcy for Malia and Sasha, despite their new high-profile status. Michelle, who had always valued education and stability, worked tirelessly to ensure that her daughters continued their schooling with as little disruption as possible. She was deeply involved in selecting their schools and advocating for their well-being amidst the upheaval of living in the White House. One of the significant challenges the Obama sisters faced was the intense media scrutiny. As the children of the president, their lives were under constant surveillance, and their private moments were often publicized. This scrutiny ranged from the innocent, like their fashion choices and school activities, to the more invasive aspects of their personal lives.
Be empowered. And when you encounter obstacles, because I guarantee you, you will, and many of you already have, when you are struggling and you start thinking about giving up, I want you to remember something that my husband and I have talked about since we first started this journey nearly a decade ago. Something that has carried us through every moment in this White House and every moment of our lives. And that is the power of hope. The belief that something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it, because that is what moves this country forward every single day. Our hope for the future and the hard work that hope inspires. So that's my final message to young people as First Lady. It is simple.
The media attention was not just an inconvenience, but a source of stress that had to be managed carefully to avoid overwhelming the young girls. Despite these challenges, Malia and Sasha adapted to their new environment with resilience. Their educational experiences were particularly notable. Malia attended the private Sidwell Friends School, known for its strong academic reputation and a focus on holistic development. This school, with its emphasis on a well-rounded education, provided a supportive environment for her to continue her studies while dealing with the pressures of her unique situation. Sasha, too, attended Sidwell Friends, where she could benefit from the same supportive academic environment. Michelle Obama's memoir, Becoming, offers a detailed glimpse into the family's life during these years. In the memoir, Michelle reflects on the challenges and joys of raising her daughters in the White House. She discusses the ways in which she and Barack worked to provide their children with a sense of normalcy and the importance of maintaining their values despite the pressures of public life. Michelle's candid reflections offer insight into her parenting philosophy and the ways in which she navigated the complexities of her role as both a mother and First Lady.
I realize because we generally just don't include the girls, we've tried to normalize their lives as much as possible. So a lot of the stuff we do, they're like regular kids. They're running in the opposite direction of what we do. They're not here now. They're trying to hang with their friends. But I realized that they hadn't been to a state dinner. Now, all these years, they had never been to a state dinner. So I thought, you know, when they look back on this time, when they are talking to their kids and they're like, Mom, did you ever go to a state dinner? And they'd say no. I would feel pretty bad about that. So we thought we're going to invite them to one, and they got to do the, big girl dress-up thing.
One of the more publicized aspects of the Obama sisters' lives was their involvement in various public events. They attended state functions, participated in charitable activities, and occasionally made appearances with their parents. These public moments, while often well-received, also added to the pressure of growing up in the spotlight. Malia and Sasha were not merely passive participants in these events. They were active, engaging individuals who navigated the complexities of their roles with a remarkable degree of grace. Malia's gap year, a period before she began her studies at Harvard University, was a particularly notable chapter in her life.
To sit through the other inauguration, but I tell the story because that day was so crazy, because
you invited them over for tea and
well, we did that, but there was also the mother moments, right? Because the truth is, on that day, I was moving my children out of the only house they had really grown up in, and I think that gets lost on people. And Malia and Sasha were in 2nd and 5th grade. Yeah. They spent all of their years in that White House. Yes, a very strange and crazy little house, but that was their home.
Yes.
So while you're transitioning out, the transition happens so quickly. It's like you don't even get to move your furniture out until the new president takes the oath of office.
During this time, she traveled and worked on various projects, gaining valuable experiences outside the traditional academic setting. This decision reflected her parents' emphasis on broadening one's horizons and exploring the world beyond the classroom. Malia's gap year was a time for self-discovery and personal growth.
About who liked me and who thought I was cute when I was your age, I wouldn't be married to the President of the United States today if I didn't work hard in school and have the opportunity to go to college and then on to law school. I wouldn't be here. So I think it's imperative, and it is part of my passion and my mission to make sure that every girl on the planet has the same opportunity that I've had, that my daughters have, and I want to make sure that all of you here in the United States are taking advantage of the opportunities that you have as well. I want you to be that hungry to get your education because it is going to be the key to your future.
Allowing her to step back from the intense public scrutiny and focus on her own interests and aspirations. Sasha's experiences, though less publicized, were also marked by significant personal development. Her transition to college life at the University of Michigan marked another milestone in her journey.
What you'll come to realize one day is that you're only seeing what you lack, and not everything that your story has given you. His absence will hit you like a rock. It'll cause you to rethink everything about yourself and your future. But don't worry, you won't have to go through any of this alone. It will be easy to think you're something special.
As she pursued her studies, Sasha navigated the complexities of college life while continuing to manage the expectations and pressures that came with her family's high profile. The Obama family's legacy is a significant factor in understanding Malia and Sasha's experiences. Growing up in the White House provided them with unique opportunities, but it also came with significant challenges.
And you always will be. And I can't wait for you to see that. Learn that even the best relationships take work. But that's okay. That's normal. And it's what gives your partnership its strength.
The values instilled in them by their parents, the emphasis on education, and the need for personal resilience shaped their approach to life and their future ambitions. The Obama's legacy, encompassing their achievements, challenges, and personal values, has left an indelible mark on Malia and Sasha, influencing their paths as they move forward into adulthood.
You can barely process it. Yet you'll still struggle to find a balance between your family, your husband's rising career, and your own sense of self. Be patient. You'll get there. And just when you think you've done it, the four of you will be shot out of a cannon into the unknown, but have so much to offer the world.
In conclusion, the lives of Malia and Sasha Obama offer a compelling narrative of growing up in one of the most scrutinized families in the world. Their experiences reflect the broader challenges of balancing public life with personal growth, the impact of parental values, and the resilience required to navigate such a unique upbringing. The Obama sisters' journey from their early years in Chicago to their time in the White House and beyond is a testament to their strength and adaptability. Their story, shaped by their family's legacy and their own personal experiences, continues to resonate as they forge their paths into the future.
But I am not reaching out to anyone asking for money, so please do not send money to these.
Jason Momoa just revealed a shocking truth about Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is not a new name in Hollywood. She doesn't need any introduction, as she has become one of the most successful talk show hosts. Oprah is a media mogul, a philanthropist, but everyone who seems to have had an encounter with her keeps saying behind her warm smile and inspiring words, "There's this part of her we don't know about." From heated exchanges with celebrities like Angelina Jolie and Ludacris to accusations of manipulation and insensitivity. But what's more shocking now, and unbelievable is what Jason Momoa, our Aquaman, disclosed about Oprah following the Maui fire incident.
I wanted to inform everyone that there's been some people on Instagram pretending to be me, asking for money.
You know, everything is not shown on camera, so what's really going on behind the scene? And what did Jason finally expose? Join us in this video as we share this revelation. The unbelievable revelation about Oprah Winfrey. Two of Hollywood's most beloved stars, Jason Momoa and Oprah Winfrey, have been making headlines recently. But this time, it's not for their latest projects or philanthropic efforts. Instead, it's for a shocking revelation that has left us stunned. Oprah is well known for her tough but fair interviews and has had her share of celebrity feuds over the years. Oprah's reputation has faced numerous challenges. However, nothing could have prepared us for her latest controversy, a shocking incident involving the Maui wildfire incident that has sparked outrage and accusations of displacement and insensitivity towards indigenous communities, with none other than Jason Momoa leading the charge. The Aquaman star recently opened up about his experiences with Oprah, revealing a shocking truth that has left fans reeling. How true is this? And what exactly did Oprah do this time? Keep watching to find out. It's not a new thing for Oprah to find herself at the center of controversy and serious drama. Over the years, she has had her heated arguments with different celebrities. This is much expected, but Whitney seems to be the problem all the time. Many fans said they liked her at first, then she changed. Like in the case of Angelina Jolie, Winfrey was left surprised when Angelina refused to donate for a project. It was during her launching of Oprah Winfrey Academy for Girls in South Africa that she was expecting Angelina's support because she loves to take part in projects like that one. She was known for her humanitarian work, but surprisingly, she turned Oprah down. Many said it's because Oprah took sides with Jennifer Aniston, and Angelina happened to be with Jennifer's ex-husband, fair enough, but their relationship has been hostile since then. Another one was with Rachel Ray. According to sources, the two had a heated exchange where Oprah allegedly accused Rachel of using racist language in a conversation. But when confronted about the incident, Rachel Ray denied ever having such a conversation with Oprah. But insiders claim that the tension between the two has been building for years, with Oprah taking issue with Rachel's use of certain language. Oprah felt that Rachel was being insensitive and dismissive of the struggles faced by people of color. The incident has left fans and the public divided, with some supporting Oprah's stance and others defending Rachel's character. We didn't even know whose side to be on anymore. One thing was certain. After these incidents, the Rachel and Oprah relationship was forever gone. Whatever they shared, that was the end. Oprah's case with Chris Pine left everyone shocked. Her reputation for speaking her mind has sometimes led to friction with some of Hollywood's A-list. One of such is with Chris Pine, the Star Trek actor known for his charming on-screen presence. Oprah and Chris had a tense encounter with Pine. Details of the encounter remain scarce, as Chris Pine has remained tight-lipped about the incident. He refuses to talk much about it. He said he didn't want to say much about it, so he wouldn't end up saying things he might regret. In all speculations and fans talking, Chris Pine has continued to maintain a dignified silence on the matter. His refusal to engage in a public feud has only added to this, leaving fans wondering what really happened between them. Oprah never stops to make headlines. And again, guess who left with a sour taste in his mouth in Oprah's show? It was rapper and actor Ludacris. He came on the show to promote a movie. Ludacris felt that Oprah had unfairly edited their conversation to make it seem like he was endorsing her views, while omitting his own thoughts and opinions. Ludacris was reportedly taken aback by the editing, feeling that Oprah had manipulated their conversation to suit her own agenda. Yes, it was her show, but certain things should be done properly. He said he initially came to the show to promote the film and not talk about his rapping career, but Oprah didn't seem to be going on the same path. And now, it's Jason Momoa's turn. The actor, who has been vocal about his love for his home state of Hawaii, recently spoke out about the devastating fires that have been ravaging the island of Maui. The fire that ravaged the island of Maui left a trail of destruction and heartbreak. The flames swept through the land with unrelenting force. The devastation is almost unimaginable. Homes reduced to ashes, families displaced, and livelihoods lost. The emotional toll is just as severe, with many residents struggling to come to terms with the loss of their beloved island paradise. Jason made headlines following the video he posted, telling tourists to stay away from Maui following this devastated wildfire. He emphasized the need for locals to have access to essential resources without the burden of tourists during this critical time, and surprisingly, Oprah happens to purchase a property. Jason's issue is with Oprah's decision to purchase a house in Maui, which he feels has displaced indigenous communities still reeling from the devastating fires. He believes that Oprah's purchase has further marginalized the native people, who are struggling to recover from the disaster. And that's not all. Jason's annoyance is also on Oprah, and Dwayne acts on camera, speaking of donating money concerning this incident. He clearly stated that it's deeply heartbreaking and disgusting to know that there are people attempting to take advantage of this tragedy. In his opinion, he sees it as pure evil and a way of stealing money from the poor.
On Instagram, pretending to be me, asking for money. Pure evil, in my opinion.
Not mentioning names, he clearly called them scammers. But we know he was talking about Oprah and Dwayne Act, because who else came out talking about donations? Oprah said she has created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it. It got many people talking, saying it is a phony SOS for making money. Many even say Oprah alone could help the survivors rebuild and still have more money than she could ever spend if she really wanted to help. This recent incident has got the public talking and even citing other incidents, including her shows, with many saying she wasn't even generous, and she had other companies and people donate the things she gave away on her shows. This controversy has shown the complex issues surrounding celebrities. Jason Momoa will continue to use his platform to bring attention to the causes he cares about, even if it means ruffling a few feathers along the way. Fans have expressed their disappointment, stating that they initially admired Oprah but felt she had changed over time. Some have criticized her for being hypocritical, citing instances where she preached empathy and understanding but failed to practice what she preached. Others have accused her of using her platform to publicly shame and humiliate those she disagrees with, rather than engaging in constructive dialogue. It seems like no matter what Oprah Winfrey does, she can't escape the scrutiny of the public eye. Is it just that Oprah's unapologetic commitment to speaking her truth and living her life on her own terms is what sparks the flames of criticism? Maybe she is just a complex, multifaceted human being worthy of understanding. What do you think of Oprah? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. Also, click on the next video shown on your screen. you will enjoy it. Caitlin Clark's millionaire lifestyle includes living in a luxury home, driving expensive cars, and enjoying designer clothes. She often takes lavish vacations, attends exclusive events, and hosts high-profile gatherings, reflecting her success and wealth.
I'm wearing Armani dress, Versace shoes, Versace bag, Tiffany bracelets, and Tiffany necklace, Cartier earrings.
Here's a moment when Caitlin Clark is seen wearing high-end brands, demonstrating her refined taste and preference for luxury fashion.
I went with Prada. I think Prada's like very me, very like, I don't know, I'm a pretty simple girl, but Prada's never dressed a WNBA player or NBA player for the draft, so it's very fun. Got the simple white and then sparkly on the inside, but yeah, really fun. Got the bag, got the slick shoes, so yeah.
Caitlin Clark has been making history both on and off the court.
Caitlin Clark is making history both on and off the court. The 22-year-old athlete stepped out in a monochromatic Prada set for the WNBA draft, making her the first athlete the Italian luxury fashion house has dressed, male or female, for the NBA or WNBA draft.
Great day for some golf. I never golf this early in the morning.
She grew up in Des Moines, where she spent countless hours playing golf and honing her skills on the local courses.
I grew up in Des Moines and I played there a ton. And honestly, I try to get back there as much as I can to play with my family. My dad plays a lot, my older brother plays a lot. So, you know, it's super fun. Today we're here, Finkbine Golf Course, 2v2 scramble, me and Spence versus Will and Kate. Me and Spence obviously gonna win, so here we go. We're very competitive people. We love to compete, whether it's on the basketball court or if it's out here. I think it just adds a fun element to golf.
People who know Caitlin often say that she is incredibly goofy and always making jokes, bringing a lighthearted vibe to any situation.
They would probably just say I'm like super goofy. Like I just make like, I don't know, jokes all the time. And I don't think people always understand that. Like when I'm on the court, like I'm competitive. I'm like passionate.
When she's off the court, Caitlin understands that life is about more than just basketball.
But like when I'm off the court, like I understand like there's more to life than just basketball, and you like get that. Like there's more to life than wrestling. Like just understanding that and enjoying every single day. And like as you know, college goes fast. Like it can't be all serious all the time. So
Caitlin doesn't collect shoes, but she still owns a lot of them.
I don't collect. I have a lot of shoes. I have a lot of like kind of like trendy shoes, like Nike shoes. My mom gets mad when I buy new pairs, but like, here's the thing. My mom loves shoes too, so I probably get it from her.
Yeah, you do.
She says the shoes tie the outfit together. So I'm like, whenever she's like, Caitlin, you have to stop buying shoes. I'm like, Mom, you have no room to talk. And then she just laughs. But yeah, honestly, like we get a lot of shoes from Iowa, basketball and tennis shoes. So like, I don't need to buy shoes, but you know, everybody needs some good pairs of shoes.
What kind of shoes does Caitlin wear for basketball?
When you pick your shoe for basketball, do you go the Kobe's? Do you go the Jordans? What is your shoe?
Recently, KD's.
Okay.
His latest one, those were very comfortable. It was probably my favorite. They're almost like a mid-sole one, so they weren't low, but they weren't high. So like kind of protected your ankle a little more. I had quite a few pairs of those this year. It was really fun. I had a really good time. I thought I did a little better on the front nine. Wasn't as tired, kind of got really tired on the back nine, but it was really fun. I appreciate all the Hawkeye fans that were out there today. A lot of people that support the Hawks, support women's basketball, so that was super cool to see, but just enjoying it because it's different for me. This is a little out of my comfort zone.
It's particularly special for Caitlin to face off against the Ryder Cup captain in a golf match, as it presents a unique opportunity to compete against a prominent figure in the sport.
So just tried to have fun with it, and obviously when you get to golf against, you know, the Ryder Cup captain, not many people get that opportunity, so it's pretty special.
What do you do outside of basketball?
Oh, well, during basketball season, I don't have a ton of time, but my favorite like spring, summer activity is golf. Yeah, I love to go play.
I'm sure you're not competitive at all.
No, I'm not competitive at all. I obviously just like to do it because it's fun, and why else would I do it? I just love to go out there. If I have a bad hit, I don't care at all. But no, I'm super competitive, and honestly, we have a couple other girls on the team that like to play, a couple coaches that like to play, managers, so it gets competitive. It's usually not like us just all going out there and shooting like our own own score. Like, it's like 2v2, like best ball. Like, it's obviously going to be competitive in some way. So I would say that's like my favorite activity when I'm not in basketball season. I remember getting my first set of golf clubs for one of my birthdays when I was really young. My dad got it for me. It was an all pink bag, all pink clubs. And my dad would always take me when we were younger. I probably started playing golf when I was like 3rd or 4th grade. I mean, I was terrible. I couldn't hit it off the ground, but I loved doing anything that was competitive. So even though I was bad, I just kept really working hard at it.
What time's the alarm normally set for Caitlin Clark's world?
I like that. Well, during school, I'd probably get up like 8:30 every day. Depending on when I had class, I had 8 a.m.s twice a week. But other than that, probably 8:30. But now that I'm home and I have nothing, I've been sleeping until like 9:30 every day. I feel like
Embrace it while you can.
I feel like a bum when I get out of bed. I'm like, I wasted half the day, Mom. Why didn't you wake me up?
No, that's your body telling you need it. Trust me.
It's been good.
What is your favorite season and why?
Ooh, I'd go fall. Just because, you know, I love summer and I love winter, but just the two combined. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Football, basketball is just starting up again. It's my favorite. Outside is just so beautiful. It's definitely my favorite.
Caitlin usually replies to her family's texts as quickly as possible, making sure to stay connected and maintain strong relationships despite her busy schedule.
I usually just text my family back as fast as I can, but other than that, like, I usually am off my phone for quite a bit after the game because we have media and stuff like that, but I'm usually not in a rush to, like, respond to people and stuff.
You guys are all going to dinner as a team. Who are you waiting on the longest to get ready?
Honestly, Monica. She's kind of slow sometimes. Yeah.
If you had a hypothetical kid, who would you not let babysit that kid?
Hannah Stolke, for sure. A lot of people probably said me, though, but I'm really good with kids. We have a lot of babies in the program. Coach Abby just had a baby, our strength coach did. And I love being around them. I take care of them, but I'm going Hannah Stolke.
Why is that?
Just kind of all over the place. Freshman, hasn't really figured it out yet. Probably one of the funniest people I've ever met. But with a kid, I don't know.
Her satin miniskirt and jacket, bedazzled two-top, and black pumps were well received by many, including Caitlin's boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey. Responding to a fan on X when asked his reaction to Caitlin's slam dunk fit, Connor dropped 3 emojis, including the jaw-dropping and drooling face. Caitlin responded a simple teary-eyed emoji. The college basketball it girl was the #1 draft pick and was picked up by the Indiana Fever.
When she was younger, she was terrified of cats, often feeling uneasy around them and avoiding them whenever possible.
When I was younger, I was terrified of cats. Like, I can deal with them a little now.
A little.
I don't really love them anymore, but, like, I do not like cats.
Why?
What freaks you out about them?
There was this really mean one on my street growing up. So, like, its name was Jinx, and it was black with green eyes, and I just did not like that thing. So, to my neighbors, if you hear this, I'm sorry. Like, Jinx just wasn't my favorite.
Jinx went missing. Like, we have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
So you tell all the roommates, no cats allowed, right?
Heck no. Like, my roommate, I'm roommates with Kylie, who's on our team too.
Yeah.
She would never get a cat. I think she knows I don't like cats. I'm a huge dog person.
Are you a dog person?
Huge dog person. We have a golden retriever at home. Honestly, I watch a lot of golf. I think over the years, definitely Jordan Spieth's probably my favorite. Justin Thomas. On the girl side, I like Nelly Korda. She's really good. That's weird. It says like 180 for a second, and it goes to 144. If I had to pick a foursome for my team, I'd go Kate, myself. Then I'd go probably Catherine Reynolds. She golfs. She's our director of basketball operations. And then I would probably go Coach Raina because she's pretty good at golf and she's super funny. So she'd be good entertainment on the course.
A lot of people, they now want cars from you. Will you be able to deliver?
Cars, because my Buick deal?
Yeah.
I don't know about cars. I was joking with one of our managers. I'm like, hey, I'm going to get you a minivan. I think you'd be really cute driving a minivan, but no, I wish I got a car. I got them all headphones, though, with my Bose deal, which was fun. They all love those. So we're all going to have matching headphones going to the tournament.
What shoe have you not rocked that you want to rock? You come back in, long game, into the locker room, you can crush any meal. What are you picking?
Chicken parm, pasta, and a big glass of chocolate milk.
Here's a list of the shows and movies Caitlin Clark watches on Netflix.
All right, your Netflix queues up. What are we watching?
Okay, so season 4 of You just came out. Outer Banks is about to come out, but also the new show about the PGA Tour is about to come out, where they were behind the scenes of the PGA Tour all of last year. So I'm super excited about that one on Netflix.
Outer Banks, isn't that like a romance?
Yes, it's a cheesy high school show basically, but that's kind of like what I like.
Yeah, we had Dawson's Creek. Did you ever hear that one?
I don't know if I've ever seen that, but like my favorite show of all time is One Tree Hill.
Oh, okay,
Did you
same
watch
thing.
that? Yeah, basketball. You got the love, romance, high school drama. I remember, like, that was my favorite show.
I love watching Netflix when I have downtime or just chilling. When I have time, like cooking meals at home or baking. You know, I grew up with my mom, who's a super good cook, so I learned some things from her.
Music.
Okay.
What are you bumping to when you're warming up?
Okay, this is probably gonna be surprising to a lot of people, but I go more like calm music when I'm like warming up because I'm already so like amped and juiced for the game that I don't need to keep adding to it. So I'm going more like calm music, like country music is usually what I pick. You know, it's not like super slow. It's not like I'm trying to go to sleep, but it's like, you know, you're not getting more amped than you already are.
Is there a food you have to like stay away from?
Honestly, not really. I'm not a very picky person. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like anything like super fancy. Like I kind of just like the basics, but I don't know. I'm not picky really. I'll eat basically anything.
We're not going to make it here unless you come and help us.
I know the mindset of the players that I have the opportunity and honor to coach, and they want to win. Fun is winning.
Appreciate everything that they've done, and for them to have this moment too and be a part of it, like it's just super cool.
Cheryl Miller has 3 Indiana Fever teams under her belt.
So we're here at the WNBA All-Star Game. She's the head coach of Team WNBA. All right, you got 3 Fever players on your team. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston. You've been able to watch these guys from afar.
Yeah.
What's your perspective been of how they've been trending and just them individually as well?
I will say one thing. I did not count on their basketball IQ being that high. I knew it was high, obviously, because they play at this level.
Indiana has a promising future ahead, with lots of potential for success.
But it's one thing to know knowledge, it's another thing to talk about and speak and then put it into pieces and places. But it was a great collaboration with all the players, but Indiana has a very, very bright future.
For being how young they are, too.
Basketball IQ isn't just about knowing the game. It's about learning and improving quickly.
That basketball IQ speaks volumes.
It not only speaks volumes, it's one thing to be young and they're learning how to play the game and they're learning about their mistakes and how to correct them faster. And so they're making those game, in-game and out-of-game adjustments.
Cheryl is confident that they will mature and improve as they continue playing.
The only thing I see that's going to happen the older they get is how to stop the run sometimes and how to change, the momentum during games. But